Hey, God Rachel, it's such a joy for me to be with all of you today. Thank you so much for dropping by. Today, we have a special session with my friend Somnita Samal. She's come all the way from the United Kingdom. Well, she's from India. We grew up in the same church, Indiranagar Methodist Church, and I've known her ever since she was a little kid. And it's amazing to see how the Lord has been using her, not only in the medical field that she is in currently, but on the way to the forensic field. And at the same time, the Lord has been using her as a mighty vessel for the Gen Z generation. That's her heart. This generation that comprises of 30% of the population on planet Earth. Think about it. A lot of people tend to write them off. Oh, this generation is so off track. They're just not like the older generation. They don't have this, they don't have that. They tend to write them off. And here is someone from that generation doing an amazing work to tell others about Jesus. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So, I always believe that the best introduction is self introduction. So, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Hi, I'm Somnita Samal. I am currently working as an endoscopy receptionist at NHS in the United Kingdoms. I completed my MSc in forensic investigation, and I continued to stay on there. And get some experience before I come back, or whatever God wants. And my future plans are to get into the line of forensics, something that has really interested me since when I was a kid. So yeah, that's about me. And in the meantime, I've also learned that sometimes even growing up in a Christian family doesn't really make you a Christian, but when you actually really accept Jesus Christ in your life, that's when you actually become a true Christian. So yeah.
That's so nice. Yeah, like you said, people who say growing up in a home makes you a Christian. It's like saying if you're born in a garage, it makes you a car.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. It's true. Like you've gone through a lot of things, and it's amazing what you were sharing. That ever since you were young, you wanted to get into the forensic
Yeah.
field, and now you're actually taking steps towards it.
Yeah.
For those of you who are young and want to make decisions, and you're just saying, I don't know which direction to go to, but what is it that you wanted to do when you were young? That's one of the things I always tell people. People think that, oh, that's just a childhood dream, that's just your ambition, but you need to grow up and become an engineer or a doctor. That's the
Yeah.
typical statement that you hear. But the truth is, when you think about Joseph, he had dreams as a little boy. He was interpreting dreams,
Yeah.
and that connected him to his ultimate destiny. Samuel heard the voice of God as a little boy, and he became a prophet to the nations. So what you did when you were young, what you always envisioned yourself, is what is connected to your ultimate destiny.
Yep.
And that's exactly what you're taking this step to. And guys, I want you to take the same step as well. Don't throw your dreams, your desires out of the window, because they are the guiding pinpoints that will lead you to what God has for you as well. So tell us something fun about yourself. Like
Something fun.
Yes.
What exactly do you want me to tell you?
Like
Is there any particular
like something that you like about yourself?
something I like about myself? There's something very fun about myself. Before I tell about myself, is that I have the Korean culture has grown on me. It's a very, if anybody asks me, tell me a fun fact about you, I tell them that I absolutely love Korean dramas. I love Korean culture. I love Korean men. I love Korean people. I love Korean models. I absolutely love how they live their life, and I absolutely love how their culture works, how they treat other people. It teaches me how to be humble. There are a lot of K-dramas that I watch, and a lot of people have told me off that it is not good. You shouldn't be watching. It can distract you. But sometimes I also learn that it teaches me how to respect people of whatever age or whatever background they come from. And it also teaches me how to love unconditional love. In a way, sometimes we see that people are selfish, and we have selfish desires, and sometimes our love is very restricted. But somewhere Korean dramas or Korean culture has taught me what love is, and I am able to express that in that way. So that's a fun thing about me, and I absolutely love it.
That's so nice. That's so nice. You were so detailed in this. That's so good. Like we grew up, especially the millennials, grew up with the Western input. So if you ask me, I'm always this American by heart. So you're the Korean by heart.
Yep.
So I don't know, something to do with Gen Z and the younger generation. They always got attracted to all of these anime and
Yeah.
all these.
Yeah.
I don't know if anime is from Korea, if I'm not wrong. I don't know.
I
I don't know.
It
It's from
probably
the
should be
East.
Japan.
Yeah, it's somewhere from the East, but I think the new generation is always attached to the Eastern side, like we were attached to the Western side. But I think it's amazing. Like there's such a vast difference of
Yep.
opinions. Like simple thing like Comic Con. When I go to Comic Con, last time I did the cosplay as Shaggy of Scooby Doo.
Right.
And I did that. And to be honest, like 90% of all those who did the cosplay were anime and were Eastern characters.
Right.
So
Fair
I
enough.
think there's such a big shift in the
Yep.
whole, like the exposure for the younger
Yeah.
generation,
Yeah.
and you fall into that generation.